So recently, yeah, something, yeah, good. So we went to the Bonhams viewing of an upcoming auction of loads of, I think it was like 150 watches or something.
Yeah.
So the first one I think we both kind of went straight towards was the Datejust. It is a 6305-2 from 1956. So
yeah, so that Datejust is actually known as the overtone Datejust, which is it's referring to the shape of the case back. So I think it translates to something to do with eggs in French, and that's basically because it's the kind of construction is almost derived from the bubble back construction, where it's one of the first Datejusts. So I think it's near when they first introduced the rotor, and in order to get that kind of extra space for the rotor, they curved the case back outwards, so it kind of looks like an egg.
Yeah.
in some ways. Yeah, I think that was one of the most special pieces there.
Yeah, that was definitely already, when you just start the video, that was probably my favourite one. So there's quite a lot of interest in that one. I think the final sale price of it was 16,000, so...
It's a lot for a Datejust.
Quite a lot for a Datejust, yeah. I can imagine there's quite a bit of a bidding war, because, yeah, like I said, there was a lot of interest. I think the guys at Bonhams were saying that everyone was kind of wanted to see that and stuff. They had loads of emails and questions about it, so...
It's potentially quite rare to have that configuration where it's, it's not just the like the pointed sword handset, it's not just the waffle dial or the touches of red, everything comes together, and it was like almost the perfect example of that. Of that reference.
Want one. Yeah. Alright, cool. So the next one was, sticking with Rolex, was that 1016. So it was the one that had a kind of like a, I don't know, like a hint of like a chocolate brown to the dial, and you had that custard loom colour and stuff.
Like a red on some elements. It was like an even patina throughout the dial, switching from like chocolate browns to almost like a reddish brown, and even the standard black that it would have once been. I think compared to the Datejust, I'm more of a Datejust person myself. The Datejust having the extra thickness of the kind of the overtone case really gave it a lot of wrist presence, because obviously in the vintage Rolexes the lugs are a lot slimmer and stuff, so they might wear slightly smaller than a modern one. But I think just that configuration and how that case was, and then the bracelet and everything, I don't know. If I'd seen the 1016 first, I probably would have felt more strongly about it, but I don't know, compared to that Datejust.
So you don't like it? No, that's fine.
No, I like
no problem.
it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, that one was cool. But yeah, I do agree with you actually.
Yeah.
Once you kind of seen that Datejust, it was like, nah, everything else is nice, but...
And the Rolex Datejust was just insanely cool.
Okay, so moving on from that, we had the Heuer Skipper. So that was the 7753-54, which... The Skipper era, yeah, which I only realised after how rare it was, really.
I don't think we fully appreciated that.
No, I mean, I think we appreciated it. It was insane.
Oh, it's cool.
But it was only once I was kind of doing a bit more research for the article that I realised that in that, basically as a Skipper, what was it, Skipper Carrera or something like that?
Yeah, it was a Skipper dial in a Carrera case with the
that was
Carrera
it, yeah.
movement.
Yeah.
Very Heuer, very vintage Heuer.
Yeah. I think that's a watch as well that if you had it on your wrist, like, you would get compliments from everyone. Even if they're like watch enthusiasts would be all over it. But even if someone didn't know what much about watches, it has that wrist presence in the colour, and that, again, if we took it out in the daylight or something, it would look insane, I imagine.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. The condition on that was really good as well.
Yeah, hence why it went for, what, 81,000?
80k it went for in the end. It was estimated 20 to 30, I think, which I remember us talking about it in actually London with Bonhams, and we were like, this is crazy. And they were, again, saying there's loads of interest in it. So yeah, it went for 80k. Okay, so the next one was is this Desert Eagle Rolex Cosmograph Daytona, something like that. Which was the 6263, and obviously it had the UAE dial. So back in, I think it was around the 70s. They were basically, Rolex were commissioned to make these dials to give out to high-ranking officers and like diplomats and that sort of thing. And the numbers aren't exact, no one really knows exactly. Again, Rolex, I don't really like sharing that. But I think there's only thought to be like 200-300 maybe ever made.
Oh, right.
So, again, after we were like, oh, okay.
And considering what it is, a vintage Rolex Daytona, and then a rare one.
Add on a rare dial as well, yeah. So that was insane. I don't know what your overall thoughts on that. That was a surprising one for me. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. Right. I think it's just because it's unique. And the condition on the dial was just insane. It was like
perfect condition,
crisp, it was just perfect. So yeah, that was kind of it for most of the watches. Again, we saw loads. On the way out as well, there's probably one last thing we should mention. We saw a Aston Martin DB5, which we were like, pretty nice car. Yeah, not a bad car. And then we kind of realised that it was one of James Bond's that was used for filming in Goldfinger. So Pierce Brosnan drove it, so he was like, oh, right,
I think that's hence
that's even cooler.
Completely immaculate mint condition.
Yeah.
There was almost no fault with the car, and considering a damaged version of that would be
a few $100,000 at least. Yeah.
A good fortune. One like that, it's going to fetch a lot.
Yeah, you could probably buy a few.
Story like that.
Oh yeah, well I say in the article the story adds. Oh God knows how much it'll add. Car world's crazy as well as the watch world.
It's the correct model to have right now.
The
quintessential Bond car. You know?
Yeah. So given the option, would you have 2, 3, 4 Desert Eagles, or would you have the DB5?
I didn't like the Desert Eagle, so
you'd have the DB5, yeah,
and a Lang.
No, that's that's fair enough. I'd probably have the DB5 as well, and the Datejust.
Okay.
I have that Datejust. That was cool.
Is that your pick for the night?
If I could have one, it would be the Datejust. If I could have two, it'd be that Heuer Skipper as well.
Oh, right.
Because that one is not what I'm normally used to, and not what I normally like. But I don't know. There's just something cool about it. I think the fact it was rare as well as like really wearable. I was like, this would be so cool in a collection. So
yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, well, that was me and Ben kind of having a chat about our Bonhams visit recently. So yeah, it was our first RedBar as well, so we are looking to go to more. So if you are interested in maybe seeing us at one of the RedBars, register your interest, and we'll see you there. We're bringing along a few watches as well, a few new straps and stuff, so it'd be worth coming along. Let us know in the comments below maybe what your favourite watch is. We'll leave a link as well to all the auctions, all the watches that are in the auction as well, so you can kind of have a look through and see for yourself how insane these watches are, basically.
We'll see you in the next video.
So yeah, thanks for watching.